back to our subject of Preach to Faith, and I want to get back with our special guest we have with us again, Matthew, who's with us, and we were talking about faith in general, but specifically in your own case, when you found faith, what was the difference in your life?
Well, once I started to feel that I had and I could develop a personal connection with the Creator, with the Lord of all the worlds, I must say that a deep sense of calm settled over me, like I could never get from anything else, that I really can't describe. So,
can we use the word peace?
Peace, inner peace and calm, and just the feeling like everything was going to be okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
The word Islam does not mean peace. However, the word peace is in Islam. Listen to this. Islam is an Arabic word, and you have to know a lot about the Arabic to understand that in English you need 5 words to equal the word Islam. Surrender, submission, obedience, sincerity, and I'm going to give you the last one in a minute. Because if a person surrenders to God, totally submits to His commandments, obeys the commandments in sincerity, and they do all of that, then they're going to get this, which is peace. The peace comes inside of you when you're really dedicated to the message of surrendering yourself to the will of the Almighty above. Does it make sense?
It's a great message. It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And you explained it in your life, but that's what the word means.
Yeah, that's
Same
what I
happened to
found.
me.
Yeah.
Same happened to me.
It's amazing. It's actually, it's totally amazing. Coming from my background, an atheist, brought up in the home that I was brought up in, the kind of lifestyle I led before finding Islam, I can't explain it. Just
were your parents real poor?
No, my parents were upper middle class.
You were well off.
Yeah, I guess it's fair to say that.
Yeah. Compared to some countries, you mega rich.
Probably right. That's right. Yeah.
So it wasn't a matter of being without money.
No, it wasn't a matter of that at all.
Education. Maybe you guys didn't have any education.
Actually, well, we were a very highly educated family.
So you had money, you had education.
That's true.
Good status in the society.
That's true.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And pretty good looking guys.
Let's not stretch things.
All right. But, so what was the problem? You had everything in this world.
Well, I guess if you describe it like that, I guess you're right on a superficial level. But it's those quiet moments when you're all alone with yourself and you realize that there's really something deep that's missing, that you're not connected to anything.
So now you said after you got in Islam, you really felt peace. What else happened? Good stuff. Tell us any good stuff happened.
Sure. Well, really the most rewarding thing was the internal sense of peace, connection with the Creator, belonging.
Belonging. What about other Muslims? Did you hook up with other Muslims?
I absolutely did. I found that I could now have some basis of connection with people from all over the world, every nationality, every ethnic group, that we shared something in common, which was to believe in and worship the one true God.
Okay, that's a very important statement. Yeah. All right, now, what about bad things? What happened after you got to Islam? Some of the people look at you like, why? Why Islam? Why didn't you become a Buddhist or something?
Right. Yeah, I guess, my family did respond sort of, I thought I was kind of crazy at first. So that was a little bit difficult to deal with. But, so many good things were happening in my life as well. And they could really see a profound change in me and the way that I carried myself and the way I approached life, that they saw that I was a much happier person. So they finally said, it makes you happy and it stops you from doing bad things, and then we support you.
Oh, so you didn't really have that kind of horrible experience where you get kicked out in the street, you're left to die, or your preachers come after you. Oh, you weren't a preacher.
Yeah.
You weren't, okay.
They were more scratching their heads. How did you find religion?
How did you find religion?
Right. Why that?
Did you see anybody else come to Islam?
I have seen many people come to Islam. From every walk
Did
of
they
life.
share some similar experiences? Did they talk about anything similar happening inside of them?
Well, that's the profound thing, and that's the amazing thing, is that people from every walk of life, every background, their stories of how God guided them to the truth and the kind of changes that took place in their lives, and the sense of well-being that they experienced, and also that you could see on their faces something real, something sort of inexplicable, but a peace and a sense of contentment, maybe a light coming from them that comes from, as you mentioned, that submission to God.
What do you think about the Brotherhood of Islam?
I think it's an invaluable gift.
There you have it. There you have it in a nutshell. It's a gift. It's guidance. We've talked about that before. It's peace, and it's a gift. And Allah says in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. Allah says, I have perfected for you on this day your way of life, and chosen for you, given you my biggest favor, chosen for you to submit in peace and al-Islam. So until next time, remember, watch for your bridge to faith. The more we sit together with people of different religions, we often in discussions find out that a lot of our beliefs are the same, and certainly our faith winds up being very similar. When I talk to people from different religions, they'll tell me that I believe there's God, and that God is really one, and He created everything, and He's the one who gave us everything. He's the one that we should turn to when we need help. He's the one that we should worship, the one we should say thank you to when we think about all the bounties that He's granted us. And really, whenever you say it like that, you find that a lot of us are a lot closer in faith than we really think. It appears that these different beliefs that people come up with often are man-made. And if we work on it, I think we can sit together and resolve a lot of the issues and be a lot closer on our bridge to faith. Well, that's another episode of Bridge to Faith for this week, and we hope, inshallah, God willing, you'll tune in with us next week for another Bridge to Faith.